you have to focus on your own relationship and not worry about what everyone's doing. And if you don't have a relationship, that doesn't mean you're less of a person. It just means you're focusing on something else. And I feel like everything happens when it does. And that's why they say doing it for the gram. Everything on the gram looks picture perfect and spectacular. You got filters, you got Facetune, you got this, you got that. Everyone's just like stepping out of Vogue magazine at Instagram. Like, it's not real life. You know, Instagram is to showcase, for most people, you know, your best moments. For me, I show a little bit of everything, but people want to showcase their best moments. And it's not real, so you can't compare to that. And only you know what's going on in your relationship, in your situation. I think that's what matters. And as long as you're happy, that's ultimately what matters. Now, if you're not happy, it shouldn't be based on what everyone else is doing. It should be based on what's going on in your relationship. And if you're not happy, then that's something for you to figure out. But one way to easily not be happy is to be constantly comparing yourself to another relationship that you see on Instagram. And you don't even know what's going on. It takes 1 second to smile for a picture or put your arm around me, Jay. Let's act like we're so in love. And as soon as they say stuff like, I hate you, and like, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So never compare yourself or feel like, you know, I have a lot of friends too that will tell their partners like, I wish you were more like so-and-so, or I wish you acted more like so-and-so based on a social media picture or, you know, just what they see on Instagram. I think that's a little unfair. And I'm not saying everyone's unhappy. You do have people that are in amazing relationships and posting and just living this blissful life, and, you know, more power to them. But that's not across the board. That's not everybody.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great principle, never to compare what you have going on to anyone else, because you don't even know the story.
Exactly.
You're only seeing 1% of it.
Exactly.
So there's no point of starting there. Absolutely. And another thing that I get a lot of my audience reaching out about is breakups. So many people going through breakups. It's kind of like they feel like it consumes their whole life. We've all been through breakups.
Right.
Like, what are your thoughts around that? When people are going through breakups, what have you seen as the best lessons for healing and moving forward?
I think, you know, breakups are always tough when you love somebody, you give somebody your heart and it doesn't work out. But I'm always an avid believer that, you know, everything happens for a reason. And while it's going on, it doesn't make sense. But how many times have we looked back later and say, oh, that's why that happened? Or I wouldn't have been here if that didn't happen. I wouldn't have met this person if that didn't happen. Like, you have to believe that things work out the way they're supposed to. And for me, the best way to deal with that is, you know, I keep myself busy, you know, dive into something else, whether it's your children or work or your passion, and just keep good energy around you. And that'll help you kind of get through. But sitting around alone or moping or like the world is coming to an end, that's not going to help. I'm always like, stay busy, stay active, you know, just start doing a lot of shit, just start going, because that's the best way to keep your mind busy. And ultimately you'll start seeing that every day it gets like a little bit easier.